Good morning and welcome to all the guests from the AIDA ship, which is right beside us here in Kusadasi, which is in Turkey. We have got a very special day planned today, so stick around because I can't wait to share it with you. But before that, we're going to go back 24 hours where Glen went on a special trip himself.
I've just picked up my tender ticket. So the way tendering typically works, certainly on Royal Caribbean, is that you will go to a specified meeting point and pick up a tender ticket, which will allow you to get on one of the tender boats to port. And then every once in a while they'll do a public announcement stating which group numbers, which are printed on the tickets, are ready to go, and they'll tell you where to head to pick up the tender boat. So I'm right now just waiting to be called. So here we are in Mykonos Town. The tender took about 10 to 12 minutes and it drops you off at a harbour, which is about another 10 to 15 minutes walk, I would say, into Mykonos Town, which is where we're heading into now. Walking wise, it's pretty much flat around the coastline, as you can see here. The paving is a little uneven, so if you do have difficulty walking, then just take a little bit of care when you're getting around and about. The town is absolutely beautiful, full of high-end boutique shops. There were a couple of supermarkets actually, so if you want to pick up some water or some snacks while you're off the ship, you can do that. We did have a coffee in a cafe just around here. It was, as I remember, about €6 for a coffee, so it was a little expensive, but we were kind of expecting that. It can be worth checking ahead of time how many ships are going to be in your port on the day you're docked. There are several websites that can do that, cruisemapper.com being one of those. Today there were several ships in port, meaning several thousand tourists all hitting one town at one time. You can still take a left or a right off the main tourist drags and find some really beautiful and much quieter streets and alleyways, which really kind of makes you feel like this is the real Mykonos. So don't let the crowds put you off. You can still find some peace and quiet and solitude if you look for it. Well worth getting off the ship in Mykonos Town. I know tenders can put some people off. I would say do it. You will not be disappointed.
The return tender worked in exactly the same way. You don't need a tender ticket to get back. You just stand in line at the tender port entrance, which took us maybe 2 or 3 minutes. There was one already there, they were loading. And the tender boat actually, although it was advertised as 10 minutes, is probably about 3 or 4 minutes. In reality, it takes longer to offload the tender boat than it does to actually make the journey from port to the ship. And what a lovely brief excursion it was to Mykonos.
So yeah, Mykonos. I didn't go. I kind of wish I had now, kind of thinking about it, but we needed to shoot stuff for this video series, and it was a perfect opportunity for me to get some B-roll and to have a little bit of relaxing time and watch a movie. And just have a bit of a chill. I mean, it's a cruise, that's all you do is chill. Anyway, so that was Mykonos, but waiting for Glen to get ready. Our excursion is leaving in about 28 minutes, so we've got to head them down to the theatre, I believe, or the music hall, where we'll be collected to go on our very, very, very exciting excursion. This is another bucket list item. Unlike the last bucket list item, which didn't quite work out, let's see how this one fares.
Where are we off to, Glen?
Ephesus.
But again,
Ephesus.
tell me something very interesting and well researched about Ephesus.
It's one of the 7 ancient wonders of the world.
Why?
Why? I don't know. It's just...
It was in ancient Greece originally.
Yes, when Greece owned this part of the world. Yes.
So they didn't ship it over.
What? And the main building is the Temple to Diana. That's the 7 wonders. Ephesus is a town, but the Temple of Diana is the actual monument which ranks on the 7.
And who was Diana?
The Roman goddess of, was it war, wisdom, animals, something like that? Yeah, I'd have to.
Yay, Glen and his knowledge.
I'm a friend.
Well, just rip it, Glen. It's becoming really frustrating.
I'll get it over. Right, you have an earring, or whatever that is.
An earring.
A pencil. A coupon booklet. And a
Feedback form.
And then first it became very popular in 1980s among the Turkish people, and then right now all around the world. So right now the population is almost like all around the year 30,000 people.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Paying attention to what she's saying in your ear.
I think she said it was discovered by an English archaeologist who was looking for the Temple of Diana or Artemis. And then he stumbled across the city. I think.
It is amazing to think that this has been here for like...
This is the Temple of Hestia, apparently.
Who is Hestia?
She's the goddess of the hearth and the home.
Hearth and the home.
Yeah.
So that makes you the Hestia of our house.
Goddess of homemakers and housewives the world over.
Goddess of laundry. The detail on that is just it's so intricate, and the fact that it survived this long is crazy to me. I mean, it was built to last.
When you're on a short excursion and your guide is kind of okay, but a little bit kind of and then you walk past another guide, you just wish you were in their group. We've just passed one who's literally just pointing, going, "Look there! Look there!" Okay, I'm looking. I want to look.
As you kind of come round this corner, you get this beautiful view as you go down the hill. But on the side here, all along here, these were all shops. What kind of shops?
I don't know.
He doesn't know. I think there was a game Boots and Superdrug.
Taki Maximus.
Oh, and TJ Maxx if you're American, or TK Maxx if you're UK, and I've no idea.
Or TK Maximus if you're Roman.
Yeah, TK Maximus. That's a Doctor Who joke.
Is it?
It is a Doctor Who joke.
TK Maximus.
Anyway, this is quite something. Take a look at this. So this is the third largest ancient library.
So it's the third largest library of antiquity, after Pergamon and Alexandria.
It's absolutely beautiful. It's when you're up close, it's special.
You don't really get the scale of it all.
So you're saying a football stadium's about 75, is it?
Or more, some of the big ones.
But that's like just one end of a football
yes.
stadium,
Well,
really, isn't
it's
it?
a
If you
very,
think of how it
Yeah,
kind of...
and no standing, all seated. Yeah. Mm. Yes, it is.
Imagine this full of stalls selling
Population.
See, I'm literally always behind the entire tour because I just can't stopping to just gawp and with my tongue hung out. But this is the main square, place of commerce, as Glen was just saying. Absolutely, it's huge. It's astonishing, and I'm actually surprised at how big this place is. Like it really, every time you turn a corner, there's something else there, and I just keep thinking. I thought this was going to be quite a short day. I thought it'd be over in a couple of hours, but there is so much to see here. Yeah, but bring suntan lotion because I'm burning.
Oh, Glen's doing his, come on, don't break the rules, don't lag behind. I've not heard a word she said. She gave us these things.
She gave us these things. Obviously, I don't have headphones. I gave my headphones to Graham because they never gave him any. And I was like, do you know what? I'm actually not going to listen to it. I'm going to be more interested in filming and talking to camera and making stuff up about this place. See, over there, that's a brick that made of marble. And so, yeah, we'll get the lowdown at the end of this from those two as to what they thought of the actual tour itself, because obviously the tour does rest on the tour guide and their knowledge, but you can download like applications with audio tours on, and what they are is geolocated, so you go to certain points and it tells you a story or gives you a dramatization of something that may have happened there, and those things are quite clever. They work very, very well, particularly in places like this that are so spread out, and yeah, loads of different stories to tell. But yeah, the floor, because it's all marble, it's very slippy. Probably going to do myself an injury.
My thoughts on Ephesus. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
a really extensive site. I think if you've got any interest in kind of antiquity or ancient history, I think it's well worth a trip. The only downside for me is you don't actually get to see the Temple of Diana or Artemis. It's which is kind of what makes this famous, because apparently it's not on the same site. But apart from that, the guide said there was nothing left of that particular temple apart from a few basic foundations. But what's left here from the kind of Roman times is fantastic, absolutely beautiful. And the setting of this city in the valley, in a really green valley with beautiful views. So the only one thing for me is you can't really choose one, but our tour guide, who uses these kind of receiver things with earphones in, can't hear very well. I would much rather have had either a pre-recorded guide that you get in some places, or just none at all. And just walk around and read all the placards which give you information on each of the buildings. But we've seen shopping and retail areas, we've seen the brothel, we've seen the agora, which is the marketplace, we've seen the library, which is absolutely stunning, we've seen a couple of the theatres. There's a lot here. I mean, we've done probably the quickest tour, which is like a 3-hour thing from ship to ship. There are much longer tours that you can do, so depending on how interested you are, how physically fit you are, because there is quite a lot of walking and there's lots of steps and etc. etc. If you're okay with that, then I would even recommend one of the longer tours so you can see a lot more.
Kusadasi.
Kusadasi, apparently.
I think we've been pronouncing it wrong.
But that is the correct, that is the pronunciation that the guide was using. And she's Turkish, so I assume
she knows what she's talking about. But yeah, we are now back at the ship, about to embark. And it's, 1:30 in the afternoon. We have just gone and had a load of, we went and had some kebabs and some more of those cheese rolls, because I tried them yesterday. You never got time. What did you think of the cheese rolls?
They're okay. I wouldn't order them again.
They weren't as good as yesterday. You missed out, unfortunately. The Greek ones are better than the Turkish ones. It's obviously the cheese they use. But you can't come to Turkey and not have doner, as far as I'm concerned.
I know, right?
I know. Doner kebab, chips and rice with chili sauce. What did you think?
Yeah, pretty decent actually.
It was very good. Yeah, I could eat that again. In fact, there was a guy who came out with prawns pil. Now, if you've seen the video that I made when I went to the south of Spain, I'll put a link to it in the corner. We had prawns pil there, and it's like they come in boiling oil, and I didn't realise they did it. And as soon as he brought it out, I was thinking I should have ordered that. I wish I'd ordered that. And I'm kind of gutted I didn't, but I'm going back to Spain in a couple of months, so I will fulfil that desire. Anyway, less of prawns. So far, the day has gone, as far as I'm concerned, really well. Glen, your thoughts?
Yes.
And we've got dinner tonight back in Coastal Kitchen, and
I know exactly what I'm gonna have because I've seen the menu and it's a bit of a no-brainer for me. But I think now we've got a few hours to go and just chill. He's already gone. He's already gone. Look at him. Oh yeah, bought a load of chocolate. I don't have anything to wear for tropical night. I'm having a bit of a drama. These are the shirts that Glen brought. He's got this, which is my shirt, by the way. Glen bought lots of like summery stuff. I brought, well, everything looks really muted. I'm gonna end up looking like a bloody newsreader. Never mind, I'm just gonna dress up. I've said what we wanna do tonight is, we've got dinner in Coastal Kitchen, which I'm looking forward to because it's filet mignon. And so I'm gonna bring you along with us, or try to. It depends how busy it is. I don't like filming if there's a lot of people there, frankly, because I think people find it a little bit annoying. But yeah, and we'll talk about the food afterwards. But I'm going to tell you now, it's amazing, because it's always amazing in Coastal Kitchen. We're going to have a look and see if there's any shows on. We're not booked into anything, so I'm hoping we can get into something, or go down to Bolero's for some cocktails. Now, Glen and I are both Diamond, so being Diamond, you get 4 free drinks vouchers every single day, and that is part of the reason why the only package that I've had on this cruise is the soda package, and you got one of these fancy cups. And because I drink a lot of Coke Zero, I would prefer Pepsi. Now, if you watch Emma Cruises, you'll know that she is Team Pepsi, and I am Team Pepsi all the way. But this is a Coca-Cola cruise, and I like my Coke Zero as well. So I drink that mainly during the day, and then I save my vouchers for the evening. So I don't need an alcoholics drinks package. And I think if I wanted to buy drinks, i.e. I'm going to drink more than 4, then I can do that, and it's still going to work out cheaper than buying a drinks package. Now, and that costs $9.99 a day plus the 18% gratuity if you buy it in advance. If you don't and you wait till you're on the ship, it's $15 a day. And then I'm going to go and do a little bit of gambling in the casino. I am now, I think I'm about $55 down for the week. I had a $100 limit for the week, and I was hoping that I would win enough money that I could have a facial, because clearly I need it. But it hasn't quite worked out like that. Anyway, I really need to get ready. We've got dinner in like half an hour. This is a bit cheeky, really. But shall we say hello to all the people on the AIDA? So we wave to them. See if they wave back. No? They're not waving back. It was quite funny this morning. This curtain, because normally, I won't lie, sometimes I like to wake up. I'm in my birthday suit in the morning, poshing about, I'm half asleep, but until I've had coffee I'm just useless, and went to walk out here with absolutely nothing on and realised that there was a bloke just over there looking directly at me, so he had a happy morning. Okay, so we are back from dinner. We went to Coastal Kitchen. It was sort of dressed to impress. No, it was tropical night. I keep forgetting. Although I have to say there weren't many people who were tropically dressed, if I'm honest. I think I was definitely not. But anyway, so we had the same menu that we had on night number 1. So they've obviously got 7 menus and they just cycle it over. And had the filet mignon again, which was just amazing. Glen, who's on the camera right now, do you remember the name of our server?
Dava.
Dava. Hi Dava, I just want to say thank you for being amazing. Dava was our server and has been all week in Coastal Kitchen, and we've eaten in there a few times, but Glen's mum and his stepdad have been in there a lot more, and they've had the same server, and they get to know you and what you like, and that's one of the best things about being on a cruise ship. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video because you've been to Mykonos, you've been to Ephesus and Kusadasi, so it's probably time for me to say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and we'll see you on the next one. Say goodbye, Glen. Take care.